www.angrycommutercomics.com. I'm Patrick Kepke, not to be confused with this guy. With Prime Dimension Studios, our book Sunset debuted at WonderCon this year in San Francisco, and we're here in Denver.
I'm Stan Yan. I'm part of Squidworks Comics, which is a co-op of self-published comic creators and webcomic artists based here in the Denver metro area, although our membership spans pretty much the whole state. And we do have several different members of our group in Artist Row as well as in the dealer's room. The official members that are actually in our catalog, whether they're here or not yet, are John Peters, who does Gypsy, and he's in the dealer's room. Tanya Higgins, who does Beta Pwned, the webcomic, is supposed to be here, but she's from Frederick, so I don't know if she's made it here through the snow. Ethan Wenberg actually now lives in North Carolina, but he flew back for this convention and now is stranded in Netherlands. And myself, I can talk a little bit more about some of the publications that we're currently working on as well. We also have some unofficial members that regularly come to meetings, including the gentleman that's on my immediate right here, Carl Christian Krumholz. So, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Carl Christian Krumholz. I'm the writer-artist for a comic called Byron that's put out by SLG Publishing. I'm also the illustrator for Modern Drunkard magazine. And SLG is based out of San Jose, and I'm based here in Denver.
So what is the content of Modern Drunkard magazine?
It is about drinking.
Just wanted to clarify.
I do have copies.
Do you have drinks?
I had one earlier. I was debating on if I was able to bring one in with me, but...
Talk to the bartender.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I'm Nick Runge.
Oh, there's liquor store room. Oh, even better. I'm sorry. Okay.
Go ahead.
No.
Alcohol is the most important thing.
Apparently there's a liquor store close by, so we don't have to deal with the bar.
I'm Nick Runge, and I work for IDW doing covers and part of the Fort Collins Comic Book Collective, along with Lee, Mike Barron, the writer in Nexus, Scott Beezer, and it's kind of just an unofficial club. We all have our own projects we work on professionally, and we get together to drink and sit around and talk comics. So they are all scared of the snow, so they're back in Fort Collins today. They will be here tomorrow. So, anyway.
Calling them out.
Yeah, no, they're scared. Anyway, here to represent them. That's about it. I work on Terminator Salvation, Badger, Ghostbusters, Star Trek, Angel, mainly just doing covers right now. And that's about it.
Nick on Saturday will be discussing the hilarity of dealing with licensed property comics and dealing with the various movie corporations that, or TV companies that have to license these to the comic book companies and the extra problems that entails.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff happens when you're dealing with like likenesses or actors or trying to take something from a TV show or movie and put it into a cover or a comic, and lots of changes and redraws and stuff like that.
That's tomorrow?
Yeah, that should be tomorrow with William Catt and Zach Howard. Yeah. Yeah, the greatest. I'm really looking forward to meeting him actually.
My name is Lee Oakes. I have my own superhero. His name's Thunder Monkey. I've worked on various books like this one. It's called Tales of Travel Dren. It's a fantasy graphic novel. And right now, I'm doing a strip called Escape from Terra. BigHeadPress.com. Scott, one man you mentioned, who isn't here right now, is the director of this company. And they're just across the border in Wyoming. He was actually born in Colorado, but we're pretty much local. We're based in Fort Collins, and like he said, we always get together. And it's basically headed up by Mike Barron, who's the biggest name among us. So we share work, trade stuff. We both worked on projects together. Mike has worked with Scott. Scott's worked with me.
Mike's written a lot of the stuff we've all worked on, and kind of, he got me into the business basically about 5 years ago, and he kind of holds it all together as far as the comic collective, even though he's crazy sometimes. It's a lot of fun, you know. We need that creativeness, and hope to just keep doing it.
So, Lee, the title of yours when I was putting together bios that kind of cracked me up was Confessions of a Serial Killer. You want to talk about that one? Because that one I have to admit, I laughed a lot.
Yeah, it's a good graphic novel. It's a collection of short stories. If you didn't hear, it's called Confessions of a Serial Eater. There's some guy who happened to know Scott Hampton. Scott Hampton is a big name in comic book illustration. So he talked an editor into doing this graphic novel. But in order to get the actual artwork done, he went to the Savannah College of Art and Design, where I went to school, and he had a class. So part of the class was we illustrated this graphic novel. But it's actually funny stuff. It's not superhero. It's just some guy who ran a mall, you know, his personal life. And there's some crazy stories in there.
Awkward silence.
Any questions?
Well, I was going to ask, like everyone else has kind of got a group. I mean, just because our group 7000 BC is, I generally describe it as kind of a support group. You know, it's people who are self-publishing, and you just kind of have to have people who share your insanity, and we get together, like apparently like you do, like once a month, we have some drinks, we share some stories and stuff. You know, it's kind of how people structure their groups. I mean, in as much as there's a structure. Because, for example, like one of the things our group does is pool our resources to get to conventions like this. Because we're in nowhere. I mean, you know, we're huge in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, which of course doesn't get us anywhere else. But you know, that's kind of one of our main goals is to, you know, we all chip in money to send people to shows like this so that we can get, you know, our books to a wider audience. I'm just kind of wondering how everyone's, you know, how, you know, we are nowhere near as organized as I think that would lead anyone to believe. I mean, we do run educational programs. We do a few other sorts of, you know, projects as groups. Everyone's in charge of producing and publishing their own stuff. Every so often someone decides they want to do an anthology, which just winds up being far much more work than you expect. But I'm just kind of wondering how everyone's groups are structured. You know, what do you guys do when you get together? Who chips in? Who does what? Who takes the lead?
Well, I can answer for us. We're basically just friends. We all create comics, so we have this bond, and it's so natural. And you know, I can't talk to most people about comics because only comic people understand what I'm talking about.
That's the support group thing.
So we're first and foremost friends, and then networking. But we don't have the structure like you guys might have.
I'm not sure we do. Yeah.
We don't really organize events, but
That's
we're
me.
almost there. We've done a couple things like that.